Kasich does in the outdoor season as we get into championship time of the year.
And now the men's distant medley relay, Western Illinois, Illinois State, South Dakota, South Dakota State, Air Force, DePaul, Gonzaga, Indiana State, Bradley, St. Louis, Marquette, and Central Arkansas.
Well, three of the most powerful teams that we thought we'd be seeing here, we're not getting a look at. Don't see Iowa State, don't see Iowa, and don't see Kentucky.
Yeah, these are all scratches. They were entered.
This 1,200-meter leg to open up the men's Jim Wheelock University Relays Cup Distance Medley Relay.
And our first group running together. Meet record Southern Methodist, 9:30:45, 1983. And any record that's over 20 years old, you got to be on a mission. I was going to say,
got to think back on who was on that squad. Southern Methodist, SMU, in the mid '80s. And no names really come to mind, but the mid '80s was a great time for middle distance running.
And here comes your field. Bradley with Kroll.
Bradley on the inside. St. Louis will take the lead. Through 800, 1 lap to go. Yeah, look at all these milers that just get to crank it up on the 3rd lap. You don't get to do that.
1,200. Yeah, 1,200. This is easy.
Oh,
but out front there, St. Louis goes with George. St. Louis goes with George Blanco. Bradley trying to hang on there with Max Dietrich.
Jacob Alfonso for the Zags. Oh, and DePaul has jumped into this party.
And Air Force.
And Indiana State and Air Force. Oh, we're just getting started on this one.
Eli Bennett for Air Force there. You see them just out there in that 3rd position passing zone. Man, if that group would have stayed together, that would have been real interesting to see those handoffs with a big group like that. But it was able to spread out over the last 200 meters.
So it's Bradley, Air Force, Gonzaga, 1, 2, 3.
Gonzaga, 2:59.59. Bradley running Smith on the 400. Warbrod for Air Force. Geiger running for Gonzaga. Johnson on the quarter for Indiana State. Bradley.
So a swift 400 for the Bradley Braves.
Gonzaga. Bradley will have Copeland.
That is Will Smith.
Air Force will have Hostetter. Gonzaga.
And Air Force goes to the 3rd carry. Jonah Hochstedler. Jackson Copeland for Bradley. Gonzaga. So yes, there are 2 Will Smiths in this race, 1 for Bradley, and should be Gonzaga's anchor.
South Dakota State. 800-meter carry. Ron Wheelock, distance medley relay. Very important cup points on the line.
Well, up front for Bradley, that's Jackson Copeland. Just a freshman, has gone 1:50.93. He did that at the Brian Clay Invitational, 3:49 in the 1,500 meters.
On the women's side,
finished 4th. Good run for him there, but he's a 1,500-meter guy, mile guy, dropping down.
200 to go on this 800-meter
Doing some speed work.
Air Force, Gonzaga, Indiana State working hard to catch up. DePaul.
So here we go, second lap of the 800.
St. Louis.
Air Force in that second spot.
And her leaders go past the video board. It's Bradley, Air Force, and Gonzaga, the top three.
Air Force looking to make the move, head of the straightaway.
Indiana State and DePaul.
And these three teams will be pretty even going to the final carry.
It will be Bradley. Bradley led off with Dietrich there, anchoring crawl.
Bradley, Air Force, Gonzaga.
Sean Mason on the anchor. Gonzaga with Will
So
Smith.
Jack Kroll scheduled for Bradley, Sean Mason for Air Force, and Gonzaga's Will Smith
Rodriguez, Indiana
will
State
finish
with
up.
Craig.
Indiana State, close enough, but DePaul takes over the fourth spot.
Bradley, Air Force, Gonzaga.
That was a good leg by the freshman from Air Force, Jonah Hochstetler. He was
And on the back
sporting a personal best in the 800 meters, about 5 seconds slower than the other two guys up there, and he managed to come up with a big effort to keep Air Force in this.
Bradley, Air Force, Gonzaga here on the front stretch. Chase pack of 4 battling it out for 4th place. Illinois State and Indiana State, DePaul, and South Dakota.
What do you think of that chase group? That's close enough in the 1600. Somebody could come out of there.
I think so, and just look at the turnover. You know, you see the two guys up front in that second chase group, their turnover just looks a little bit quicker than that front group, and they are definitely closing the gap.
It's Indiana State.
DePaul, South
That's
Dakota.
Jackson Krieg. We'll check the number. No, it's Cale Light, the junior. Well, he's in it. Oh, and look who came along with them.
Continues to lead the field.
Illinois State.
Bradley with Kroll. Air Force with Mason. Gonzaga with Smith.
Mathis Shavin.
Illinois State is right there in the mix with England.
2 to go.
With Werner.
And now we have 6 teams. Everyone has caught on.
Remember that lead group of 3 I was telling you about? We now got a lead group of 6. We're headed in a straight line to the back.
South Dakota has joined the chat with Carson Lauterbach.
Illinois State, Indiana State, and DePaul.
So South Dakota off the back end. Oh no, it's DePaul in the 6th spot
Air Force.
with the classic chevron look on the kit.
Then it's South Dakota.
They're coming to the bell, and everyone's setting up to kick. Trying to finish the job for the Bradley Braves.
8:48 for the lap to go.
Jack Kroll. Will Smith for
Well, those
Gonzaga
top
up
3
to second.
guys,
And Bradley.
I was going to say those top 3 guys all sport personal best in the mile of just under 4 minutes, 3:59 for all 3. So really equal runners here. Now it's just a matter of who's feeling better today, who's got a little bit more life in their legs after 3 days of solid running.
1,500 seated yesterday.
Yeah, all 3 of these guys, good-looking mile kicks.
It is Bradley.
And it's still Bradley, Air Force, Gonzaga. It's wide open. Now Kroll
Bradley, Air Force.
tries to stretch it out for Bradley. Air Force trying to make the move, but it's going to be Bradley.
Bradley. And the defending champion, Air
Dietrich, Smith, Copeland, and Kroll, 9:43.65 for Bradley. They're your DMR champs. Air Force second, Gonzaga third, Illinois State fourth. Boy, well run by all four legs for Bradley.
And that was tough running by Jack Kroll up front. He got the baton just slightly first, but he led all 4 of those laps, and that is difficult to do. A lot of shuffling going on behind him, but he didn't seem to let it bother him. He was able to just stay out there, run his own race, push from the front, and then when it came time to kick, he said, man, I'm not going to wait for somebody to challenge me. I'm going to push this thing out. I'm going to make them hurt just a little bit. He had them on their edge the whole entire time, but a nice run for the Braves there in the red and white, easy to spot them. They never relinquished the lead the whole entire time.
Fifth in the U.S. Indoor March, an ACC champion and All-American while at Notre Dame, Nate Rickers. He was seventh in that U.S. Indoor Championship.